Welcome back to RFCoins, where we uncover hidden treasures in your pocket change and reveal the shocking value of rare coins. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most exciting pennies out there, the 1983 Lincoln penny. This tiny copper-plated coin might look like any other, but hold on tight, because some of these are worth a life-changing amount of money. That's right, some rare 1983 pennies have sold for staggering amounts, even reaching into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Could you have one in your collection? Stick around, because we're about to break down the history, key errors, and exactly what makes this coin so incredibly valuable. Before we dive into values, let's take a look at the history of the 1983 Lincoln penny. This coin is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, which first debuted in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Over the years, the design has changed slightly, but the obverse, front, has always featured the iconic portrait of Lincoln, originally designed by Victor D. Brenner. Now, 1983 was a significant year for U.S. pennies. Just a year prior, in 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned from solid copper pennies to a new composition made of 97.5% zinc with a thin copper coating. This was done to cut production costs, as copper had become too expensive. The 1983 penny was one of the first full years of this new composition, and that's where things start to get interesting. Because of this transition, some incredibly rare errors and varieties were produced, making certain 1983 pennies worth a small fortune. The most valuable 1983 pennies are those with rare errors. Here are some of the key ones to look for. 1983 double die reverse. This is one of the most famous error varieties of the 1983 penny. If you notice doubling in the lettering on the reverse side, especially in words like United States of America, e pluribus unum, or 1 cent, then you might be holding on to a treasure. Coins with this doubling have been sold for thousands of dollars at auctions. 1983 copper planchet error. This is where things get really exciting. Some 1983 pennies were accidentally struck on old copper planchets instead of the new zinc planchets. These coins weigh 3.11 grams instead of the usual 2.5 grams. If you find one of these, you're looking at a potential jackpot, as they can be worth over $100,000 or more depending on condition. Off-center strikes. If you find a 1983 penny where the design is off-center, it could be a valuable error coin. The more center the strike, the more it's worth. Die breaks and cuds. Some 1983 pennies have die cracks or cuds. These are collectible and can add to the value of the coin, especially if the error is significant. If you want to check whether your 1983 penny is valuable, follow these steps. Weigh your penny. Use a digital scale to see if your penny weighs 3.11 grams instead of 2.5 grams. If it does, you may have a rare copper planchet error worth big money. Look for doubling. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to examine the reverse of the coin for doubled lettering. Check for mint errors. Look for off-center strikes, die cracks, or any unusual features. Check the condition. The better the condition of your coin, the more it will be worth. Coins in mint state 65 or higher are the most valuable. Now, let's talk about the jaw-dropping market values of these coins. While a normal 1983 penny is only worth face value, some rare error pennies have been known to sell for absolutely huge amounts at auctions. A 1983 copper planchet error penny was once sold for over $150,000. High-grade 1983 double die reverse pennies have been auctioned for $15,000 to $40,000 depending on the condition. Other rare mint errors and high-grade 1983 pennies have fetched between $1,000 to $10,000. Scarcity. The rarer the error or variety, the more collectors are willing to pay. Condition. Coins graded MS65 or higher sell for the most money. Collector demand. Many collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar for rare and unusual coins. So, could you be sitting on a gold mine? It's possible. If you have a 1983 penny, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. Check for errors, weigh it, and if you think you have a rare one, consider getting it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to RFCoins so you never miss out on learning about valuable coins hiding in plain sight. Also, let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare or valuable penny. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. Welcome to RFCoins. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of Lincoln pennies, specifically the 1997 Lincoln penny. You might have one of these in your pocket change right now and not even realize it could be worth a fortune. Stick around as we uncover the history, minting details, errors, and why some of these coins are commanding insane prices in the market today. The 1997 Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, and the D mint mark can be found right below the date. These pennies are part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, which has been in circulation since 1909, honoring the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. The obverse, front, of the coin features Lincoln's iconic profile designed by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse, back, showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparro that was used from 1959 until 2008. This means the 1997 penny belongs to the final decades of the Lincoln Memorial cent series before the switch to the shield design in 2010. Now, let's talk about rarity and value. While billions of these pennies were minted, not all are equal in terms of worth. The majority of circulated 1997 pennies are worth face value, but there are rare varieties, errors, and high-grade specimens that can fetch staggering amounts. In fact, some pristine examples have been sold for over $500,000 at auction. One of the key factors determining a coin's value is its condition, or grade. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to perfect mint state. If you have a 1997 penny that is uncirculated and in high MS grades, it can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Coins graded MS 67 or higher are particularly valuable because they are so difficult to find in perfect condition due to wear and tear during circulation, but what really gets collectors excited are error coins. Mint errors can significantly increase a coin's value. Here are some of the most notable errors to look for on the 1997 Lincoln penny. This error occurs when the coin's design is struck twice slightly off alignment, creating a doubled image. Look closely at Lincoln's eye, the date, or the inscriptions, Liberty, and, In God We Trust, for signs of doubling. If you find one of these, you could be holding a coin worth thousands of dollars. When a coin is not properly aligned during minting, it can be struck off center. If the center strike is significant and still shows a full date and mint mark, these can fetch high prices at auction. This happens when a coin is struck without the collar that shapes its edge, causing it to spread out wider than usual. These errors are valuable to collectors. If you see raised lines or blobs on the surface of your penny, these could be die breaks or cuds, where part of the die broke during striking. Depending on the size and location, these errors can increase the coin's value. If a coin is struck on a blank that has a missing portion due to a minting mishap, it is called a clipped planchet error. These coins can also be worth a significant premium. Now, let's talk numbers. What's the real market value of a 1997 Lincoln penny today? While an average circulated penny may not be worth much, high-grade or error varieties can command jaw-dropping prices. A flawless MS 68 1997 penny has been sold at auctions for over $5,000. But the record-breaking sales come from rare error coins or ultra-high-grade specimens that reach extreme values in auctions, sometimes selling for over $500,000. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for rare pennies, so if you suspect you have an error or a high-grade 1997 penny, it's worth getting it professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC. Authentication and grading can make a huge difference when selling your coin, ensuring that you get top dollar for your treasure. The demand for rare Lincoln pennies continues to grow as collectors seek out hidden gems in their pocket change. Coin roll hunting, checking your piggy banks, and searching through old coin collections can all lead to valuable discoveries. Don't underestimate the power of a single penny. It could be your ticket to a small fortune. So, next time you come across a 1997 Lincoln penny, take a closer look. It might just be worth more than you ever imagined. If you found this video helpful and exciting, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to RFCoins for more amazing coin discoveries. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest updates about rare coins and their values. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting. Welcome back to RFCoins. Today, we have an exciting topic that could change the way you look at your pocket change. You might be holding a 1991 Lincoln penny worth hundreds of thousands of dollars and not even know it. That's right, some 1991 pennies have sold for an astonishing $597,765 at auction.in. This video will break down why these pennies are worth so much, what key details to look for, and how you can find one yourself. So, make sure to watch till the end. You don't want to miss out on a potential fortune hiding in your loose change. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, honoring America's 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. The design we see today, featuring the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, was introduced in 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's 150th birthday. By 1991, these pennies were made primarily of zinc with a thin copper coating, as the U.S. Mint had shifted away from the full copper composition in 1982 due to rising metal costs. But despite being a common coin, some 1991 pennies are incredibly rare and valuable due to errors, special varieties, and high-grade conditions. Not every 1991 penny is worth a fortune. The ones that fetch massive prices at auctions usually have one or more of these key features: rare minting errors, double die obverse. Some 1991 pennies have a noticeable doubling in the letters, numbers, or Lincoln's portrait due to a minting mishap. If you see doubling in Liberty or In God We Trust, you could have a highly valuable coin. Center strike, if the design is misaligned or off-center, it can increase the value significantly. Wrong planchet errors, a 1991 penny accidentally struck on a dime or nickel planchet is extremely rare and worth thousands of dollars. Die clash errors. These happen when the dies press into each other without a blank coin between them, leaving odd imprints on pennies. Most circulated 1991 pennies are only worth face value, but those in pristine condition can sell for thousands. The record-breaking $597,765 penny was a perfectly preserved, ultra-rare error coin in near-perfect condition, certified by top grading services like PCGS or NGC. Inspect the coin carefully, use a magnifying glass to look for doubling, errors, or mint marks that could indicate rarity. Check the weight. A standard 1991 penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If yours is heavier or lighter, it may have been struck on the wrong planchet. Look for special mint marks. The 1991 penny was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Some rare error coins exist in all varieties. Get your coin graded. If you believe you have a rare penny, send it to PCGS, NGC, or Annax for professional evaluation. A certified high-grade penny can skyrocket in value. eBay. Many collectors look for error coins here. Heritage auctions, great for high-value rare pennies. Local coin shops, a quick way to get appraisals. Coin shows and forums. Networking with collectors can help you find a serious buyer. So, next time you come across a 1991 Lincoln penny, don't ignore it. It might just be a small fortune waiting to be discovered. Check your spare change, look for errors, and if you think you found something special, get it authenticated. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to RFCoins for more coin-related content. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on rare coin discoveries and valuable tips. Do you have any rare pennies in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.